Friday, Friday. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
What's up, Doc? We haven't been together in a while.
I know it's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah, either you're gone or we're gone, or
I bet you're glad to be out of school for a little while.
Oh yeah. Yep. I only got a month. Left. I got to go back in like a month.
I know.
we're talking about the end of next week. You might go with us to Donkeyland. Watch us get them Shane Flint fish.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
there.
He said maybe Thursday. I told him we'd probably go Monday or Tuesday, so by Thursday we'd be ready to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see about maybe Thursday. I'll head up y'all's way and we'll go chase some big bass.
Some big hot bass. They're hangry out there.
Dude, it's been hot.
Dude, it's been hot.
How about Kinsley? She got dance.
Something one day. That's why he said. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, I gotta figure out. She's got a dance intensive class that's going on this week, and I don't know what days it is. I'm almost positive though it's not on Thursday.
Did you see
I do. I saw. Yeah, John sent me the text that somebody sent those. Those look good.
Crystal, that's in the chat, made them.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you, Crystal. What's up, Shane? What's
Hey,
up,
Shane.
big?
What's up, Big Nasty? What's up, Shane?
Oh,
What's
look
going
here,
on,
look
Rob?
here, look here.
Center guy.
Hot. That's right.
Hi, Chris.
And we got
What
the
up, Chris?
Bogley up in here.
Oh, so good to see y'all.
I know we've been out for a little while. We're glad to see everybody. And I keep putting the invite up there. Anybody can join in.
Yeah,
I
Crystal, everything that you made and had done for John and Lindia looked great. John sent me the text of everything that you sent. That was awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah, I want to send her the PNG, the first one you made, the big one. That way she can use it for our logo and won't have to try to cut it out.
Oh, okay. You still have that, right?
Yeah, I got both of them.
All right, and
Chris,
Crystal,
jump up here.
and if she needs like a different style, because I think I sent you the PNG, but if I don't know what Crystal uses, if she needs like the Photoshop file or the Illustrator file or the EPS file, whatever is easy for her to use,
Right.
just let me know. If she lets you guys know, I'll send it to her.
And I'm wearing one of my fish anglers that I won from the Wino Pop.
The Wino Pop.
I'm still fishing the Wino Pop. I tore one of the feathers off. I want to send it to Ted, but I want to catch another fish, and I'm going to have to do a little doctoring. Oh, and plus, I need to put a warning on the Wino Pop.
What's the warning?
I guess if you put like 30 coats of fingernail polish, don't take your lighter and try to burn the braid off the little round, where you tie it up in the lip of the Wino Pop.
Okay.
She will catch on fire. But it was windy and I had my hands cupped and, I got it rounded out in there and the eyelet is small. Well, I had that. Anybody uses braid, you know what part of the knot I got.
Yep, it just
I've
stays.
I've cut it with everything. I just got it. So I got my lighter and I'm holding it. That thing went, whoo. I'm like, oh. Crystal said she has Photoshop.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I got to go back. I think I made that logo in Illustrator.
That's right, Joe.
I'll go back. I'll go back. I'll send John. I'll just send you whatever I got.
Yeah. That's right, Joe. The whole.
Right there for Steve Bagley.
Oh, that's Bogley.
What up,
Put
Joe?
Bogley in.
Bagley.
There's Bogley up on the top.
Oh, you gotta get Bogley up at the top.
Oh, it was like the big popper part was flaming. It's a flamo pop, like Joe said, the flaming Wino Pop.
Do you think it was the wine and the alcohol, or the fingernail polish? Which one?
All of it, possibly?
No, that cork is underneath. I used that glow in the dark fingernail polish, and I ain't shitting you. I put a buttload on that thing. But see, I never talked about that. It glows in the dark like a mofo. I mean, I could fish that thing at night. It glows.
That's cool.
Do a post for me so I can put your link up.
So did you guys go at all this week?
We went day before yesterday.
Yeah.
Went to Headwaters. Left it like a little after lunch.
Hey, buddy, Buck.
What
What's
up, Buck?
Buck? You know, we've had the big bright moon, right?
Yeah.
You know, we're rolling out right at first light, and you can't tell if it's the sun coming up or that big ass moon bright. So we get out there, and in probably the first 20 minutes, I had a bunch of slaps. You know, that's the best thing I can call them. Just bam, you know, like take that. Had a good one on, lost it. They just, it's like we missed. We got there right. I bet they were feeding early morning in that moonlight after the thunderstorms.
Uh-huh.
Or they could be saying, "Hey, don't come this early."
Or no, we stayed till lunch and they never turned it back on. It's like, I'm sure now they're feeding you because thunderstorms by about 11 o'clock at night, you know, they're gone.
Yeah.
We've had that full moon. So between there and sunrise, you know, they're giving it hell, I'm sure.
See my shirt back?
Those are prototypes.
Prototypes.
Let me tell you a little story about these shirts. What
Go.
we get, and the shirts and the socks and all that stuff. Some of it we divided up, you know, like she made some dog tags that, you know, got our logo and our picture on it. We hung those up. So some of the things got dispersed. So today I looked at Lindy, I was like, where's those shirts at? I think on the love seat in the blue room. So I went in there and they're not there. I said, they were here. So we start looking and we look and I'm talking hours. For like 4 t-shirts and a couple pair of socks. We knew they had to be together.
Welcome, Dustin.
What's up, Dustin? So do we search. We got like an extra laundry basket in one of the bathrooms where we put like beach towels and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not like the clothes hamper. It's like a different hamper. I just happened to look over in it and I said, aha, there you are. Let me catch
What's up,
up.
John?
What's up, John
What's
Long?
up, Dustin? What's up, Mark?
Snagging Whiskers, Dustin. But yeah, we went, caught a few, got hot as heck. Hot. Everybody knows. No, it wasn't the heat, it's the no wind.
No wind.
The last 2 times we went,
Yeah.
I mean, all morning till we left was like glass. I mean, you know how it gets when it's like glass.
It's awful. It
Make a remark.
not only is it awful for fishing, it's awful for the bugs.
Yeah.
And it's brutal. I
Make
mean,
sure you put up Dustin's too. Oh, there's Eric. What's up, Super Smurf, Eric? When we make some
hello, Eric.
that's just a couple that a friend made us, Eric. But yes, when we make some t-shirts, you know good and well we're gonna have to rib hog leg about not getting a t-shirt for a while.
Yeah, we're going to hire her. We're going to employ her.
Mark J, the little present I told you I'm gonna send you, it's in the works.
Yep.
It is in the works.
I
Doc,
had
have you got
that.
to see Mark J's last video where he redid the layer, the Larson layer?
I have not yet. I have it on my watch list. We've been so busy this week.
Yeah.
It's just I haven't had time to sit down and watch videos. We're trying to, like, I noticed in the pool, and this sucks. I got to get the goddamn pool resurfaced.
Oh,
no.
Doc's pool. Oh no.
Well, it's either got to be resurfaced or it's got to be replastered. One of the two. So I've had a whole bunch of people coming out throughout the week. And we've just been trying to keep the girls busy.
Have you not got plastered enough out at that pool to cover it?
Me? Oh, yeah. I get plastered all the time out there.
And I'm putting the link up. Some of these new folks that a lot of the regulars don't know, like Dustin or Eric. If any of y'all want to jump up, you more
What's
than
up,
welcome.
Hank?
We'll talk about your channel.
Doc,
Hank,
make a comment.
Doc, leave a comment so she can put your link up. Oh, Hank showed up in Hog Legs Live the other morning. I had to give him the SWC seal of approval in there. But back to Mark. He redid his bar, man. It looks killer. As soon as I watched the video, I was like, Mark needs a light in there, a fancy small water charters light. So
It's not allowing me to do it for some reason. I don't know.
Aw.
Hogleg and them's live. Their chat kept freezing up on them. I mean, they wouldn't see anything for the longest time.
Can you go to your phone and do it?
Hank, you say it a dream come true. I can just see the sarcastic look on your face when you say that. I mean, I could just picture that little smug look going, yeah, dream come true. Yeah.
There we go.
Funny stuff. Hey, Coastal Fever's in here.
Thank you.
Aren't you the woman that's married to Backlash? She said hello to me in a live over the weekend, and I had to write, hey, Coastal, and it just felt funny.
Should I change my channel name?
To what?
I don't know.
I have a pool TV. I know Snoop TV.
How about Dockside Fishing?
Uh-oh. Learn some GoPro info for anyone interested. The 8 is no longer in production, so if you have one, the accessories are about to be or already discontinued on their site. Public service announcement. That's no Parabellum service announcement.
That's like the iPhones. We get our iPhones all paid off, and now they're going to say, oh, they're no good anymore.
Yeah, we paid off our phones and got new ones. So Lindy's sister needs a phone back in Carolina. So she took like our old phones down. Was just going to get a phone, added onto our plan, send it to her sister.
Because I had a free line.
Do the sisterly thing. She walked in there and they're like, no, those phones are too outdated to use. And we were like, we were just using the damn things not too long ago.
Dude, that's what they all do, man. Like even with GoPro now, with all their new stuff. What's up, Dale? Joe, you like Dockside Fishing? I don't know. What do you think? Should I change the channel name?
No, I think you've done got. I mean, do what you want, but you've done got.
You are Coastal Fever TV.
You're Coastal Fever TV. That's what you've always been.
Okay, I'll leave it.
I mean, you do what you want, man. You free and over 21, but
you can add to it the one and only.
The one and only.
Yeah, the other one. No, see, we're the same way because her name now is Coastal Waters, which kind of weirded me out. It's kind of like if me and Doc had a baby, it would be called Coastal Water.
We're having a baby,
but it would be good looking as hell. That's all I could say.
Yeah, that's true.
Good looking kid,
and great at fishing. Good
at fishing. Talk shit though. That kid would never go to church or make it at school.
No, but like I see GoPro moving in the same direction as like Apple has, where like everything has become this like add-on buy that you have to do for their stuff. Apple's done it. Apple's done it with the damn laptops, with the damn computers, where like they're no longer making it with like an SD card slot. You got to buy the adapter.
Right.
GoPro's making all the new GoPros where like, oh, if you want to submerge it in water, here, buy this. If you want to have a better microphone, oh, here, buy this. Just like all these add-ons to it,
Joe, I love our DJI.
Joe, you're right. DJI has done a better job.
I need to learn it more because I get aggravated in excitement with a fish. I still like bump buttons and it does stuff I don't want it to do. Or I'll look down and it'll be looking straight at the sky. The gimbal will be turned up following a freaking bird or something it locked in on. I get a little confused with it.
I may repeat myself on these, but that'll be all right.
And Joe, what are you prepared to war with? Justin saying hello to Dale.
I think Joe's prepared for war with GoPro.
Joe and all, did y'all get to see DeSantis' little commercial that didn't make it long till they got rid of it?
No.
Oh, it's on the news tonight where the first, 20 cents, like a election promotion, the first minute or two, it's showing that Trump supports LBGT, whatever, has him shaking hands with Bruce Jenner, wrote something across it as it's playing this real lame music. He let Caitlyn Jenner use whatever bathroom she wanted to at the White House. And then it breaks into this boom, 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 big, mean, evil music. And it's DeSantis dude, and I'm not lying, has clips of like Brad Pitt from damn what's the movie he played like a gladiator?
Troy.
Whatever, had clips from that,
Yes.
making him very anti-LG. Dude, it's everybody's up in arms about it. It come off his channel, but I mean, it was kind of funny. He played out Trump to be a unicorn supporter, and he's like a unicorn killer.
I selfishly, okay. I love Ron DeSantis. I don't want him to win the nomination.
Yeah, I don't either. I'd rather him stay here. And
I want him here. I want him here.
Just 4 more years.
I want him here. I want him here. That's just me.
Yep.
And Doc, I'm telling you, this little ad thing they put up, like I said, it didn't make it long. I don't give a damn. I mean, I kind of agree. I mean, I'm not going to say a whole lot about it, but holy crap, that's like suicide. I mean,
Right?
Hello, Martin, UK International.
What's up, Martin?
Hello,
Welcome
UK
in, buddy.
International.
Martin comes into like the Catfish Lives a lot. If I'm not mistaken, last year, a few months ago, he traveled to the U.S. and went fishing with some of them catfishing folks.
I don't know. I've been seeing so much like when it comes to the whole like LGBTQ plus, like it's a constant thing on any feed
Yeah.
that you look at on your social media, and
Well,
like it's just
Yeah. I brought it up for DeSantis because it's hilarious. You'll have to look it up. I'm sure you can still find it.
oh yeah, no, I'll go look at it.
And the other thing, Doc, news from the catfishing community. Danny Stone, who is a big catfisherman in that community,
Bless his heart.
went to Florida all this week for Shark Week. I mean, it's been the big build up. He's been in Florida. His granddaughter caught a shark.
Okay.
I mean, it's made me laugh because I agree he's in Florida. When I tell you where he was, it's going to make you laugh. Anyway, he's just been all pumped up Florida. There's coastal water now. We were talking about that earlier. But
What's up, coastal water?
he was in up in the Panhandle. What's that? Pensacola area.
I
Something.
mean, yeah, you're talking about like Pensacola and
Anyway, I kept telling him, dude, you're not even in Florida. You're like in South Mississippi or Louisiana right there. Keep coming south. Yeah, that's right, Eric. He went with J-Dog. Martin did.
Every time we go fishing at the water.
that's South Georgia, dude.
sharks.
Well, I don't know, way over there. Aren't you out from under Georgia? Aren't you all not done over to like Mississippi?
Evening,
It
Anti.
Wait,
doesn't
Carl.
matter. What's up, Anti?
What did he send me? Oh, I watched the Battle of did he send you that email?
The one with Ted Cruz?
No, he sent me one where it's like a history thing with the where Francis Scott Key wrote the parts. It was a tour of right there. Anyway, I watched it in the boat at Headwaters. I wasn't catching fish, so I kicked back and watched most of it.
I haven't checked my email in like 2 days.
Welcome fishing for Whiskers if I missed you. And if I'm not mistaken, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Fishing for Whiskers is a lady. I didn't know that for a while, but I'm pretty sure.
Welcome, my lady.
Welcome, my lady.
Welcome, my lady.
They copied me because it sounded cool.
And there's another person in the catfish that's Keith Doc Reed, I think. And everybody calls him Doc. And man, they'll get in there talking to Doc, and I'll be looking like, is Doc here? I think he joined our live, and we had the Doc confusion one night.
Yes, no, his name's Keith.
Yes, that's what I always write, Keith. So let's see what's exciting happening. Like I said, I went fishing a couple of days. It's just so hot. We're getting ready to go again. I got one of my fish for the Shane Flint. You got to turn in 3, and then the next 2 have to be an inch bigger than your biggest of the 3.
Okay.
So I've got one of mine that I could use. I want a few more. Lindy hadn't got one. Then I caught that 22-incher.
Oh, let's just throw that in real quick.
Oh, yeah, Lindy hadn't got one yet. I lost one at Backlash. I was reading that.
I've caught some. I just haven't caught one big enough.
I hope you do there, Backlash. I would suggest bringing it because freaking Ted's killing it up north. He's in the same tournament. Ted's
Now-
killing it.
Now, did Shane? I didn't get a chance to ask Shane last week when he was on the live about regions. for
Not
the
in this
tournament.
one.
Are the regions? I mean, he told me how many people were in it, and it's
Yeah.
an amazing amount of people that are in it.
Yeah, the other tournament was region. This one's just the 5 bass draw. It's just open
Okay.
game.
Because it's
Okay.
tough. I mean, it really is. It's tougher. And the guy from North Carolina won it last year. Not
Yeah.
somebody from Florida.
Which-
People are going to say, "Oh, them Florida people get them big bass." Big bass don't matter. It's how you play the game.
But in
Well,
our
yeah, no, I think it kind of levels the playing field a little bit the way that Shane kind of works it out. It does. It doesn't matter, where you are.
Right. It's the strategy.
What strategery?
the treasury.
Strategy.
But in our defense,
Yep.
I turned in 3. We were on big fish last year. I turned in 3 20-inch fish, which meant I had to have 21 and bigger for my last 2. We were on it, and the freaking hurricane hit. Remember,
Mhm.
shut us down. We lost. I mean, weather can do anything.
We lost
Oh, yeah.
There's Shane. That's the idea. You're right, Shane.
Well, hopefully that's not a factor in this year's
Lisa
thing.
Elliott said
I
hello.
don't want to have to deal with that crap again.
Catfish World. I see her in there.
Yeah, I mean, in this one, the last 2 have to be an inch bigger. So I mean, it's
Mhm.
like I said, it's strategy. It really is.
Strategery.
Strategery.
My plan, I'll go ahead and say it. I'm wanting to put 3 in the 19s, and then I'm swinging for home on them last 2. Said I caught a 22-incher the other day, and the damn thing only weighed 6 pounds. So, bam.
Yes, but you still need to put in your weight there,
Oh.
Shiner guy. That way, in case there's a tie, he has something else to go by.
Okay.
Lydia is here as my witness. Doc, the day I caught the 6-pounder, right? You with me?
Okay.
One of those, that's when one of the last times we went real slick. One of those days where you don't get many bites, but when it comes, it's a nice one that just out of nowhere explodes, right?
Okay.
I caught the 6-pounder. Probably about an hour or so later, I believe I had the biggest blow up I've had since we've been fishing at Donkeyland. Never got the fish. I took every bit of my swim bait from the back of the hook. Back was gone.
Yeah.
But
Really?
even Lindy, dude, it wasn't 20 foot from the boat. Lindy's first words were, "That was a good one." I mean, it was one of those when I mean,
It had to have been 8 or 9.
it was over 8, and just the way it came, dude, it was bad.
That loud noise when they kabloo. You can tell if it's a kabloo or a kabloo.
It was
what
good.
is, yeah.
Welcome, Fishing Freedom. I appreciate you jumping up in here tonight.
What's up, Fishing Freedom?
Great guy, great channel. Anybody, I mean,
Hello, Fishing
puts good
Freedom.
videos together, has a great live, just a real nice guy.
Oh, thank you, Fishing Freedom. Acknowledged me.
My ex always said
I was just reading what Buck put.
What butt foot?
that his ex-wife said the next 2 had to be at least an inch bigger. But Buck, that's like it's like catching a dink. So your next one has to just be a big dink.
It's strategy.
And Joe knew, I knew it too. I knew Buck was going to say something. He's going to say something about dancing at the Velvet Antler next.
Dude, I almost killed, not killed, but maybe caught on fire our neighbors.
Joe.
What? Let's don't go over this. You did what to your neighbors?
I almost caught my neighbors on fire and their kid.
How'd you about do this?
It was 4th of July.
Oh,
Hey, Henny Fan. Oh, wow.
okay. Finger check.
I got them all.
You're good.
I'm good. No, it was so every year, Kinsley's born near the 4th of July, so we always make a big deal about the 4th of July. She loves fireworks and everything. So we always go down and we always get, fireworks and everything. So this year we always get our normal assortment of stuff, but this year we kind of went rogue and bought some different stuff. So what up, Yee? So
Makes me laugh when you do it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Doc.
So-
I'm listening.
I put out a couple things out in the street there. everything's going great. And I set up one, and the bottom, of course, they're made in China, so what do you expect? The bottom blows out of this one.
They make the best, by the way, but go ahead.
And it kind of shoots out around, and no big deal. Nothing really happened. It just kind of blew out the bottom of it, and I was like, oh, shit, all right. So the next one I get out is this square that's supposed to shoot up in the air and, make all these big bangs and all this stuff. All right. I set it down. I got a level ground. Set it down. Dude, I'll shit you. If this thing does not, shoot two up in the air, and we're like, oh, wow. And then all of a sudden, two come shooting out the side, right at us, hits me in the goddamn shin. I got no hair right here anymore. It's gone. It's gone over here. Hits me in the shin. Our neighbors are over here with their kid. They're like, oh, shit. And they grab him. My mother-in-law, you ever seen that video? Back up, Terry, back up. You ever seen that video? That's my mother-in-law. She's sitting in this chair. My wife is going, Mom, move. And she just it's just
They did that on TV when fireworks go wrong with his kids.
And now Kinsley was recording everything on her phone before this, and for some reason, I wish she was still recording because, dude, it would have been great. But nothing, the thing didn't tip over. It didn't go any. It just 2, 3 shot out the side of this freaking thing, and came right at us. And then everything else went in the air, and it was beautiful.
I think they call those the ground sweepers or the crowd clearers.
Oh yeah, it cleared everybody out. It was funny.
All right, I'm gonna try to shorten up our fireworks story. Went to Texas. My bro got these mortars where it's like the balls you put down in the tube and you could launch them.
Yeah, we had a bunch of those. Those went off flawlessly, by the way.
Somehow we ended up with a ball left and maybe no fuse, couldn't shoot it. Something happened and we ended up with a ball left. Well, his part of Texas had fire ants really, really bad.
Okay.
So he makes the fuse. Me and him go out there in the yard. We bury this ball down in this fire ant hill. He lights the fuse. We're laughing. Now, I got to back the story up. His house was an L, and the door was in the porch. It made a hard, 90-degree angle right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we bury this thing. He lights the fuse. Me and him turn around. We're running for the house, right? As I'm looking in front of me, Lindia and my bro's woman are inside the storm door looking back at us. So we're running for that door, right? Okay, that damn thing went off at ground level right behind us. I'm talking grenade,
Oh, man.
boom. As I'm running, I could see Lindia's eyes getting real big. And dude, I ain't shitting you, Doc. A fireball about the size of a freaking basketball comes between me and my bro running, hits the door where Lindy and them are looking at us behind the glass. And like I told you, it was a sharp, it was an angle.
Uh-huh.
The freaking fireball goes.
It just rattled.
That's where we're running. We lock down the brakes. We turn back around, there's a hole in the yard.
No fire ants.
Now we're in the edges of it wasn't really Houston, it was
Suburbs.
the suburbs of around Houston.
Okay.
So it's like your neighborhood, house on top of house, kids all out in the street. Dude, we look up the road and this big fat Mexican woman is running down the road towards us. I'm talking, ah! Her kid had been riding on a little mini bike. She thought the damn mini bike blew up.
Oh, it was a hell of an explosion.
Oh, it was a hell of an Mexicans running. Oh, it was crazy.
It was like a really close lightning strike and that thunder boom afterwards. It was
Uh-huh.
It
was one of them fireworks. The ones we launched went way up in the air and shook the freaking windows.
Yeah.
This one went off at ground zero.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, dude, when we were younger, the Roman candle fights. Dude, they actually make this is something that they were selling at the fireworks store. It is a AR-15 style looking Roman candle.
Oh wow.
And you can actually light it and hold it in your hand and just pop, 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 pop. I wanted to buy one. Jen talked me out of it because I was like, this is going to be fun. She's like, no, it will not. We're going to leave that alone.
Come on, the world we live in, man, they don't need to be making AR-15 rocket launchers. Come on.
Well, I mean, it was only about like a foot long. I mean, it looked like a little machine gun AR-50. It was cool. I wanted one, but dude, they wanted like $30 for one. But it said it had 25 shots in it.
Oh, wow.
But I have a question. Why the hell do they call them candles? Because I lit a couple with me and Lindy, and it wasn't no mood setting damn thing at all.
Oh, hell no. No.
I said, why is it even called a candle? It confuses folks like me, you know.
No, but
Oh, anti-spitting some wisdom. What we got here? More federal gun control. There you go.
But it was just when we went down there to this fireworks store. Okay, like we bought like the big pack and everything just to have fun on 4th of July. Dude, you should have seen this cat behind me in line. 2 carts, okay, 2 carts loaded. He had this box that was like this freaking big, man. On top of other if he didn't spend $2,000, I'll kiss your butt.
And we get good
right now. Like I can't see spending that much money on shit that just goes up in the air and blows apart.
We can buy good fireworks, you know. Back in Carolina, you got sparklers and damn snakes, you know, like from Napoleon Dynamite. Or no, what movie is it? Or no,
Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt.
Yeah. You got to cross the North Carolina, South Carolina.
Yeah, we went
and go to what is that?
How big was this cat?
Joe's or
one of those.
Something like that.
He was a larger gentleman, Joe.
You don't have no whiz bang scooter pooters,
no Husker Doodles,
or Husker don'ts, no Husker do's, or no
Husker Do's, Husker Don'ts.
Hello, Randy.
But yeah, Florida, we get the good stuff, man. We get the.
It was fun though. I mean, we had a nice 4th of July. It was fun.
When did fireworks start? What about on the 1st? I mean, my neighborhood. I mean, just around here, it started about the 1st.
Dude, they're still going on. I heard a couple people blowing some off just here. I said blowing some off.
Oh, that probably was going on too. But you got to figure all the people that got drunk and passed out at like 10 o'clock on 4th of July. You know, they woke up the next morning like, damn it, I missed my fireworks.
No, you know what bothers me? All right, I'm just going to get on my high horse here real quick. I don't know if you guys see on like Facebook and everything, like all these people like posting things about like, oh, instead of buying fireworks and making noise, how about you buy a bag of dog food and donate it to a thing because dogs don't like fireworks. And all these people like, oh, well, you know, your fireworks are setting off and it's like, okay, let me explain a little something to you real quick. You are the one who bought the fucking dog. Okay. The dog is your responsibility. My responsibility when I want to have a good time to shoot off fireworks is not to care about your fucking dog. So you know what? If your dog has a problem with fireworks, how about you go and get the medication and sedate the goddamn dog?
That's 2 F-bombs and a GD, and it's not 9 o'clock yet. Reel her in there, son. Reel her down there, buddy.
Sorry, I told you I was getting on my high horse real quick.
Yeah, but you know we got the 9 o'clock rule up in here. All the little ears are before 9 o'clock.
Sorry, little ears.
Sorry, little people.
Sorry, Yee Yee.
It's true.
Did you just say sorry, Yee Yee?
We give Pearl Benadryl.
Yeah, Pearl gets freaked out.
Yeah.
Well, see, I was worried about Kona because, like, dude, I had him out back, and like, you know, we haven't had him on the 4th of July because he's new. He's still a pup, and I had him out back before the 4th of July. He was sitting there doing his business. He heard one of those booms, and he was done. He was done and headed back inside. I was like, crap, I'm gonna have to give him some medication. Well, I got him medication, but I was hesitant to give it to him because it makes the dogs like real drowsy and whatnot, you know? He was fine. He was fine. I made him a little bed in our bed, and I let him get up in there. Fine for the rest of the night.
Pearl was never like that until lightning struck the house that Jamie used to live in Sebring, and she was home alone, and it hit the computer, and it exploded inside the house, and she was alone on the inside. She never was up until that moment.
Yeah, she must have got a little zap. And
About
look,
a year ago.
and look, Doc, the boss done stepped up in here
Oh,
and told you to take a chill pill.
No, what's up, Steve?
oh,
No, it just
Welcome,
bothers
Steve.
me, like when all these people like it, that kind of thing where it's about like your own responsibilities. That's the thing that bothers me. It's like you're the one that chose to get the dog. You know what your dog is like. It is not my responsibility or your neighbor's responsibility
Right.
to make sure that your dog is okay. That is your responsibility as a dog owner.
Bring
Don't
your
sit
dog in
there.
the
Don't
house.
sit there and tell everybody else how to dictate their lives
Yeah.
to make sure your dog's okay. No, that's your responsibility, not mine. If I want to sit out here till 10 o'clock at night and set off fireworks, I'm going to.
Yeah, we had a dog that would run away, and we tried
Sorry,
to
Linda.
lock him up, and we put him in a fence, and he still escaped whenever fireworks would go off.
But
We went to the side of the county and get him, Jake.
yes. Yeah, that's a funny story, dude. My mother-in-law's dog, you could not keep him in 4th of July. He was gone for like 3-4 days. My mother-in-law put an ad in the paper. I was like, you ain't never going to see that dog no more.
Right.
This construction worker, dude, 3 days or no, the next day on the 5th was at a job site on the other side of the county, and this dog's laying in there in the house he's working on. So they feed it for a couple of days, and you happen to see that in the paper. I drove out there and told Lindy, there ain't no damn way that's Jake. They found the dog the next morning. Dude, it was Jake.
Wow.
So we got looking at a map in the creek behind our house. If you kept on it and kept going and going and going, you could end up there.
Under the tunnels, under I-4.
Under I-4 interstate and all. So the speedway down close to our house would put off a big fireworks show. I guess the dog took off running and he just let her roll. That's right. Bruiser Baits and Bass Addiction Gear. Use code SWC20.
Yeah.
20% off your order.
Hold
And
on.
back up to the
Anti put up the link about
I
the DeSantis thing. I'm gonna
Oh.
click on it. I'm gonna click on it real quick to see if that's what he was talking about.
Stevie, are you home from vacation?
Yes, Steve, that's what I was going to get up to. Are you back from your boy's house?
We went to see Roy, I believe.
And if you are, we need to make an order, but I need to know when you get some SWC Smoky Golds built up.
I did not show
I
you.
can't wait. I can't wait till the 2 top water baits are ready. The hard one,
Yeah.
and the soft plastic one. I cannot wait. Is this the one, John? That like?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's the one you were talking about.
It had the Mexican, I'm trying to remember the fireworks place just right across south of the border. That's the name of it.
No, that's not the firework place. South of the border is the big trinket place. Everybody goes south of the border.
South of the border is like the restaurant where you
Right,
not
so you're-
restaurant, but like you can get all. I think you're thinking of
Oh, sweet.
See,
Yeah, but just send me a text, Steve, and let me know, because I pay. That's the custom baits. I need to know how much to add to the order.
Hey David.
And anybody in here doesn't know, that's Steve right there from Bruiser Baits. He is the man. And if
yeah.
anybody
man.
in here even thought about watching our videos, I know you've seen a Bruiser Bait logo and a Bass Addiction logo.
And you can get custom
Make-
colors.
Yeah, make up your own color, whatever. Get a hold of Steve. They will pour custom colors. Great baits.
Look-
Doc will tell you some of the best plastics you'll ever throw.
Mark J will tell you.
Mark J, a lot of people will.
Yeah.
And Steve was having the problem with the Wi-Fi and everything out there, and he was having to deal with all that. So it's good to see you're back in action there, Steve.
Sweet. Yeah, he went out and saw Roy, so that was. I bet that was a big trip.
Glad you got away. I'm gonna put the link up there too.
And yeah, everybody, Lindy's going to put up Bruiser Baits and link. Steve's always winning a tournament somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
He is the flip master. He loves to punch and flip.
But I tell you, when he got second in UBass, he was still flipping. But you know what he was flipping? He was flipping the Twitchzilla
Right.
Yeah.
and letting it sink down to the bottom. That was really cool. I mean, that was really cool.
Here we go. Been grinding customs like mad, man. I appreciate this, Starlink got smoked by lightning, and grandson trip was amazing. I'm sure it was, Steve.
Yeah, I
What
saw
was
the
it like?
Steve.
I
I saw
saw
the photos. I saw the photos on Facebook. Looked like you guys had a great time out there.
And what was it like, a 14-hour drive, something like one of them
Yeah,
big ones?
Kansas. Yeah, out to Kansas.
Good evening, David Williams.
Bluegill beds, Doc.
Yep.
That's it, Mark J. in that pond, on with the big nasty, dragging it on top, and caught those big fat girls last year. That was freaking cool.
Yeah.
There you go. Only a 2.24 hour flight. That's right. That's how you do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah.
Lindia does all that flying. I'm a driver. I gotta have a pistol and a cigarette.
Dude, I'm telling you, one of the worst things I always have to go through is when we go, like the last 2 years we've had to go out to California with our students for that competition that I take them to. We got one more year going out there. It's a 5-hour flight. It is just like, I hate flying to begin with, but like 5 hours on the way home, it's only 4.5, but still it's,
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate flying. I don't like it. And
No, you're the bait you made. How did you come up with that fourth or fifth something?
Fourth. My daddy rattle, I was fourth.
That's like Coach. He has like an hour and 30-minute flight here. Takes us 2 hours and 5 minutes to get to the airport, and then he's got to ride in the car 2 hours back home. So he's in a car, longer than he was in the plane when he comes down.
I didn't even see Matt was in here. What's up, Matt?
Yeah, he snuck in. He come in behind Yee. I think they're doubling up on us.
Why does is it easier for you guys to get to Palm Beach International than it is to Orlando? Is it a shorter trip?
Oh hell
More
yeah!
expensive.
And they don't do a
I mean,
direct
I understand it's more expensive for him.
They don't do a direct flight. That's what Coach used to do, but they don't direct flight from Virginia Beach to there. And
Okay.
if you remember, they sent him to like New Jersey, and he got the big 5 or 6 hour layover. Took him like 12 hours to get
Okay.
here. That's when Lindia got on the computer, found him an Allegiant flight, hour and a half, a lot cheaper. But now he pays us to go get him. Now we're on the clock when we leave here. That's one thing about Coach. He's paying for us to drive down there.
I mean, hold on. What Buck say? Oh, the mounts.
Yeah, Doc. Some people may not. I wasn't here last week when you explained what you got back there.
Oh, okay. I'll explain it. So the bass
Matt.
there. So this bass was caught by my father-in-law with his father-in-law years and years ago.
How cool
Hell,
is that?
I was probably very, very little when he caught that with him. I want to say it's about a 5.5, 6 pound. I don't know exactly how much that
It
one
looks
weighed.
very 5.5, 6 poundish.
Yeah. So he had that mounted. The snook that's up on the board there with the little mullet that are coming off, that was a 43-inch snook that my father-in-law caught back in the late 90s when you could keep snook that big. So he caught the snook and obviously filleted it up and had a whole bunch of delicious fish. And his buddy that does woodwork and everything made this replica of the snook for him. And he just kind of added the mullet. And it was in my father-in-law's man cave at the house, along with the bass, along with that. This little guy right here, my mother-in-law and my father-in-law painted this together back in the 70s.
Wow.
And this is supposed to be kind of like a little replica. They call the Big Mac was my father-in-law's father-in-law. So my mother-in-law's father,
Right.
who was a big-time fisherman. So they painted that back in the 70s. I want to say, hold on, it's It says, "Happy birthday, Dad, Jane and Jack, 1977." On the
Sweet.
bottom.
Yeah, that's way cool.
So this was a year before I was born. So my mother-in-law wanted me to have all of this stuff, because you guys know I lost my father-in-law
Right.
a few months ago.
Um,
So she wanted me to have all of it and brought it all over the house, and I was like, I got to find a way to kind of incorporate it into the backdrop and just kind of get everything up there. So
definitely.
The snook is way cool. Not that the bass isn't, but the snook is way cool.
yeah, and that was above his TV in the man cave, and you should see we still have some things to go through, and I've talked to I've mentioned a little bit to Chris from Retro Bassing about coming when he comes down. He's talking about coming down in August, going through. John, Lindia, we have a floor to ceiling cabinet full of lures,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
like retro style. I mean, just like it's ridiculous. So we want to go through that, and just we've got so much stuff. He in the man cave that he had that snook in above the TV and everything. He has these vintage reels. Now the vintage reels we're not going to do anything with. We're going to keep them. Some of them we're kind of giving to family and stuff like that because some were my father-in-law's father-in-law.
Right.
They were his and stuff like that. So we're giving them to family and stuff. But my mother-in-law has just kind of been going through things and bringing them over. And I don't know. I just, whatever she brings over, I'm going to keep kind of adding.
Yeah.
And dude, Jamie keeps everything. She has T-shirts that I threw away, and kept them. I don't know what she's gonna do with all this crap we got now.
She's gonna make a quilt.
And then my mom brought over old books. Now that the girls are getting a little older, Kinsley just turned 11 on July 3rd.
Hey,
Jesus, that time flies. And then Avery's going to be 6. And my mom, brought over my baby books that she kept. And, I know she did, but I totally forgot all about it. She kept this baby book. It's, about like that big. Literally from the time I was in preschool all the way up until I graduated high school. And she brought it over. And I know it existed, but I haven't looked at that thing in years. And she brought it over, and me and the girls were going through it and looking at it and looking at the old photos and everything. I mean, my God, in one of the other books that she has where like my mom wrote everything down, like, Ryan took his first steps and all this other stuff. She actually has a locket of my hair from my first haircut.
I did that one.
Like still taped in there.
yeah.
And it just, cool stuff. It's cool, and it's also a little sad that like, damn, dude, I'm getting old. And,
Dude, my mom kept a scrapbook every year they were married. And it's got like all the pictures they got when their parents died have been, it's family history.
Yep.
And dude, there's book after book after book. And you can see when her mind started going, like the last 2 make no sense. They're all out of, you'll be halfway through it and you'll start seeing my kid pictures. They're all chronological order. And you can see right where dementia and Alzheimer's started. And now we just kind of keep those cabinets closed and hope she don't mess with them,
Yeah.
But dude, it's a bunch. Well, they were married 56 years, 7 years. It's a bunch of books. But nowadays, that's what kind of sucks, dude. Nowadays, when somebody's phone dies, they'll actually lose all their kids' pictures.
Yep.
Because they don't think of saving it. They'll phone fall in the water and they'll lose everything.
No, and she watched General Hospital, not Ryan's Hope.
She was Ryan's Hope.
She knew I was good.
And does anybody in here hold your hand up in chat if it surprises you that Doc's mom has a lock of his hair? I guarantee I bet that book is like the Praise Ryan book.
It's actually not. It's like, I mean, back then you didn't have your phone, you had to write everything down. I mean, and my mom is very well organized, and dude, she wrote, like, I sat there, I was reading it, and just like, she has the date, the time, like, as far as like when I walked and when I did this. It's not like we have with the videos, like where you just, I mean, I have a video on my phone, still not on this one. I mean, I have it saved of Kinsley taking her first steps. Same thing with Avery, and you talk about backing this stuff up. I make it a point to try and back up the phone at least every month with the photos. And I'm, just like with the YouTube videos, I back everything up just in case I ever got to get back to it. I have a backup of the backup.
Wait a minute. Buck comment in 3, 2, 1.
I put on mine on one of those USB things.
Okay, we got to stop. How
What
the
happened?
hell am I comparing to Michelle Obama? I missed that joke. And
Wait, what?
I didn't realize John was related to Michelle Obama. But you know what the funniest thing is? Is Anti's comment right after it, like, oh.
Huh?
But yeah, I just
So
knew Buck
lost.
was gonna have to have a back that thing up comment after all that, backing that thing up. You a real fine mama, won't you back that thing up? Mark's hoping to get out fishing next week.
Us too.
We're going this week. See, I think it's already next week. Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow is the last of this week.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah.
Mark J, I got that. It won't take too long, but a few weeks you're gonna get a surprise for the damn Larson Lair. What's we doing
Did
here?
I send him something? Well, I got to watch the video, so.
You said people start popping up in your photo album.
Oh, people started popping up in your photo album.
I still don't get it.
Okay.
I still don't get it. 3, 2, 1. Doc likes to back that thing up.
Good, but didn't disappoint.
Crystal hopes to go fishing as well.
Very good.
I'm trying a new spot tomorrow. Supposedly,
Honey, or boyfriend watching.
what's that, Lindia?
We have a friend that's down from North Carolina. She says that she and her boyfriend watch. I don't know if it's boyfriend or husband.
I had no idea what in the hell you were talking about. Dude, she does. I'm telling you, man.
Story of my life.
We will be riding down the road. I mean, ain't spoke a word in 20 minutes. She's doing something on her phone. I'm looking out the window, smoking, joking, driving a truck, And she'll just look over so serious, like, I wish I could come up. Let me think. Why do you think that would even be possible? And I'm like, huh? She'll say it again and look at me like I'm some kind of retard, like, oh, why don't you think that's possible?
Okay, all of y'all know that he can say something and forget it within 3 minutes.
We hadn't spoke a word in 20 minutes. I had no freaking clue.
I know what you're talking about, Lindia. I know what you're talking about.
No, you don't, Doc.
Yes, I do. You know I do.
We're jumping off the cutie shore to get the kayak rigged up for in the morning. And Buck said, hopefully your computer isn't too high. I hate for you to twist an ankle. But we all know Joe has boots on, so he'll be safe.
Yeah, Joe's got a kayak now. Buck's got a kayak. I love Buck's video when he was figuring out how to secure it and or not secure it, store it.
Hang it from the roof.
That was great. And Joe's video was great with, like, I love the intro where he was just walking down the street with it, like looking around.
Okay, Buck reminds me a lot of me. Yes, cool idea hanging the damn kayak up. You ain't going to hang that damn thing up till you got to clean that shed up. You're going to get home, you're going to drag it in there, fling it up the floor and say, oh, I'll drag that thing up there later. And you're just going to do it when you got to clean up.
She is anti, as long as it's not with her.
Well, John, which way? That just says something out of the blue, or like me that forgets what I just said out of the blue? So, well, Doc, you can guarantee there won't be an SWC kayak video. If there is, it's because we done made the offer to Joe. If he wants to drive to Donkeyland, we'll put his yak up on the bow of the boat. We'll take him back in there in the lake, kick him out, let him fish around, then we'll drag him back up in the boat and bring him back to Renton.
What about that kayak? What about Joe's kayak in that other little lake?
That's where he needs to be going. That's where he needs to. Nobody's fishing that.
That's where
Right.
Yes.
Joe,
doesn't that one guide that's out there like I guarantee a 10-pounder, and then when you don't get one on the main lake, he'll illegally put his damn boat in that one, throw a shiner out in the middle, and bust out a 10.
Well, on that subject, when the FWC came by here and told me to get my ladder stand out of the park, we asked him about that little lake. So he said, I'll get back with you. So he called because, some of them guys say, oh, if you take your prop off or if you don't use your big motor. Oh, no, Mr. Gamehorn said, if you better not have one bigger than 10 horsepower on that boat. Period. Not out of the water, not prop off, not nothing. Just like not be on that damn boat. Not laying on the front deck. Yep, that's it, John. Not say a word and then start a conversation. Just go back to a conversation we had days before. Yes, sir. Where I'm the opposite. She'll talk about something we just talked about, and I'm like, huh?
See, my wife doesn't do that yet. And we might do that when we get older. But she doesn't do that.
Oh, Shane, we see some nice gators at Donkeyland, but they get hunted there. The other day at Headwaters, those don't get hunted. That place has been open long enough. We saw a couple Mac Daddies up in there.
Oh,
I'm talking swimming away, and I ain't lying. I can't even get both hands in the back of their head. Looked like it was 2.5 foot across there.
Yeah. And the one that we scared when it was up on the little bank, when we come around with no motor going, it was wind power. We come around this island, that big old alligator was on it, and that thing, when it went into the water, it made a wake that came over the side of the boat. That's how big it was.
Look at the size of the two of those. The last time I was out there, the last time the three of us fished Headwaters, when we were coming up on that island, remember? Remember that island, how big those damn things were?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Get your ladder stand out of the park. It's commonly yelled by security in the Velvet Antler when Bayou Bucks outdoor screams. Bear Macy, Beth. Bear Macy. Spray Bear Macy.
Did you guys see that video of that tool bag up in New Jersey? Where he's on his back porch letting his dogs out and his freaking tighty whities, and the bear comes running in after the dogs, and the dogs hit like the door, and the bear almost goes in the house. Did you guys see that video?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
Dude, this cat's on his back porch, and he's like, I'm sorry, I think he was a little drunk, but he's out there, he's got his glasses on, a white shirt, and tighty whities, and he's just kind of standing there like just moseying around, and all of a sudden his two dogs come, just hauling butt, and they go towards the door to get in the dog door, and you see this big black bear just come chasing after him. And what's weird is both dogs have a leash, but homeboy's not on the leash with the dogs. The dogs are just roaming around with a leash on, and they come flying in, and this bear hits, and this guy just kind of and then goes over it. It's the wildest thing, and I'm like, I wanted the bear to eat him.
That's right, anti-methed up gator don't care. But Doc, you know that video you're talking about?
What's up, Steve?
You give it some time, and it's going to be the black dude with dreadlocks going, flip phone activated. I'm glad I got that on the flip phone.
What's going on out here?
What's going on out here? Flip phone activate.
But it wasn't in Florida. It was in New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
So he can't do it.
You see what?
That guy's funny.
I'll put it up there. Oh, that guy is dead on. The one I put in our chat where we're talking about the cloud, dude, that's what it's like on the lake. You look at that big cloud, you're like, well, what are you going to do? And I swear it's like, I'm just chilling here. About the time you forget about it and turn your back, it's right there raining.
Speaking of
look at that. I saw a couple black bears at the Antler.
It's starting to thunder over
Hey,
here
big
now.
big old black bears.
Yeah, I just left here a little while ago.
Well, I'm glad, Buck, that y'all are equal opportunity over there at the Velvet Antler.
9 o'clock.
What's up, Mr. Steve from Wyoming? I watched some of you frying damn squid and eating it. My only comment was, why? Are you starving, man? Mickey D's closed. Pizza Hut don't deliver. Why the hell you frying your bait?
That's calamari.
I don't care if it's pucamari. I ain't eating none of that. I ain't eating no damn bucket freaking squid. What time is it? Hey, it's 9:02. I didn't break the rules. I didn't drop an F-bomb.
I broke the rules. Sorry.
It's all right.
He says it's so good.
I don't get monetized. People don't give us damn super chats, or they really don't make it darn. You can drop
What do you
F-bombs
think?
at
What do you,
8:05.
And my mom don't watch it so much.
what do you think about the new monetization thing?
Hell, I can't make no money with the old monetization things. I don't know.
You, Kamari. You big shit.
My question, and like I said, I don't get it. I think Earl just put up a post where he's got 4 million views.
Oh, wow, Earl.
And you go back and look, and I mean, some of his live or his shorts got like 5K. I mean, I counted, and there's like 2 different sets of 3 zeros. Is that not 4 million? I had to do the 4,000, 400,000.
Yes, Matt.
It might have been 400,000.
Right.
I don't know now but still is a shitload. I was like, holy crap. I saw that, Matt. The top top 2 lakes in Florida are Fellsmere, or the top lake is Fels and Kenansville, because they're all beside each other. And for anybody that don't know, Kenansville is Donkeyland.
Well, and I was reading that because they have that as number. I got it in the house. I don't feel like
Yeah, it don't matter.
I think they got it as like number 5 or whatever. But what bothered me about the write up, they lumped them all together.
Yeah, which is cool because everybody will think they're talking about headwaters and go over there. I'm good with that.
Right. So to the person that's reading Bassmaster that has no idea about the area, they're just gonna end up at headwaters.
But I don't know if
I've seen that, Antop.
I don't know if I talked about it on a live, but Trophy Catch put up that, since their season started in like October, the number 1 lake is Donkeyland with like 768 pounds of fish, over 8 pounds. The number 2 lake is like Orange Lake, which is up by Rob, somewhere up that way.
Yes. Yeah, Orange Lake was on there.
Headwaters didn't even, it ain't even, but think about 768 pounds of fish over 8 pounds since October. Tell me Donkeyland ain't got some taters still in it.
But they
Oh, yeah.
Donkeyland.
They sprayed some of it. A bunch of it was brown the other day, but as long as they spray hyacinth floating, I'm good. As long as they're not messing with the grass.
It was just funny to me reading the article on how they kind of make it sound like everything is right there.
It is, dude. If you go in the back of Donkeyland parking lot, is that big sign that calls it Three Forks Water Conservation Area.
It is. It
In the
is.
parking lot.
But like as a publication, I think you're being misleading.
It is.
You're
correct.
being misleading because if somebody wants to go to Headwaters, but then also wants to go over to Kenansville,
That's a big way around.
we all know that what happens when you show up at the wrong ramp.
Unless you were rolling in his airboat and you can grip him.
Airboat only. You
Hang
can-
on, let's say bye to Joe. Joe's going to play camera angles in his kayak.
All right, Joe. Good luck tomorrow, buddy.
All right, Joe, go catch a fish tomorrow.
Good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, it was interesting, and they broke down. It was cool in the article. They broke down all the Florida lakes with the trophy catch statistics in there, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
But it just, I don't know, kind of rubbed me the wrong way that they kind of lumped those 3 lakes together when you honestly probably could have put those 3 lakes separately and moved out some of the other ones that were in the top 5.
I think that's probably why they did it because, I bet Garcia would be like 4th. All those that connect together would be your top 5.
Blue Cypress.
And they put in they lumped Stickmarsh, Headwaters, and then Kenansville all in one. And Now you know stick marsh is drawn down, and it's only kayak accessible.
Roland told me they're putting water in it. He's been back here fishing the damn spillway where they're pumping water out
Okay,
of
well,
Garcia.
as of the article,
Right.
it was drawn down, but I mean, you know, they're not it's not connected. You know. All right, Steve.
He was listening to us during his workout. Tell a wife hello and bye.
That's it. Work it up, Steve. Sweat for me, brother. And I'll get a hold of you the next day or so about some smoky golds and such as.
I bug my wife all the time. She doesn't like it.
I have been catching fish on swim baits I hadn't used because I'm running out. I caught them on slimmer swimmers. That 6-pounder I caught the other day. That big blow up I had was on a slimmer swimmer.
That bluegill color.
I've been
like Rim or one of those colors.
I'm telling you right now, I've been tearing them up, peacocks and snakeheads, on nothing but the slimmer swimmers.
That's a bad little ride, man. When the water gets calm, real slick, I can go to it. And
been tearing them up.
Oh, and I laughed the other day. You know, we buy seconds, which are fantastic. You know, I love seconds.
Oh yeah, no, I load up on those when it's time.
Well, I got out one the other day. I called it baby bass color. It wasn't that mossy one. It's more of a baby bass, like a silver belly, a lighter green top.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, the colors were reversed. I said,
okay.
Oh, I know why this, because, you know, I got the hook and I'm talking, so I always, you know, silver down, you know. And the first thing I went is, damn, there ain't no split in the bottom of this one. I looked, I was like, look, they put the split on the wrong side. And I happened to look at the tail and I was like, oh. So I call that my rally hookup. When I'm not getting a bite, I hook my other ones upside down. It's like turning your hat up, you know, wrong side out.
And the last video that I posted, Billy and I, when we were out there going for the snakehead, it was nothing but the slimmer swimmer Houdini. And
Fireworks.
I mean, they were on it. And I'm getting ready. I'm going out tomorrow to a new spot, and I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to roll with the slimmer swimmers. I don't care what color. Well, I've always had luck here with the watermelon shad.
Welcome
or the watermelon red.
Yeah.
What's up, catfish and
What's up,
crappie?
Earl?
Hey, Earl.
What's up, Earl? We were just talking about you.
Doc, I don't know if you remember the Catfish and Crappie, that podcast thing I went on that night.
Yes, I remember.
No. Catch him up, Doc.
I'm hoping, Steve. Thank you. You make the baits. I know they work. So
I know, Steve.
If I don't, it's user error.
That's what I call it, Steve. When I flip my super swimmer over, that's my rally rats. I'm rallying them up. What the?
Heat lovers, yes we are.
We are heat lovers, and we have been loving it up.
I know we were talking about you said you hit a couple million views or something like that.
Was it four? Did you post you got 400,000 views or 4 million views? Oh, Steve said it was 4 million. All I know is he is passing that channel around the Amish community. He must have every Jebediah, every damn
Mennonite.
What I do now?
Right there. What is that?
4 million.
4 million. That's what I thought. I counted my zeros.
Wow, congrats, Earl.
I did some ciphering and some gazintus there.
I don't know, man. I can't even get like 3 views on the video anymore.
So let me tell you about a strange phone call I got today. I never answer these random calls, you know, from anywhere.
I don't.
I broke down and answered one today. And it was, I can't do the guy at the 7-Eleven selling Slurpee voice, but it was definitely Mr. Habib on the phone. And he goes, is this small water charters? And I went, yep. He goes, can I speak to Captain Ronald? I went, you got the wrong dude. He goes, sorry, cloak, and hung up.
You missed a golden opportunity.
Now, where did he get my number with this? I mean, you can watch my videos and get my phone number. But how did he, and then where the frick did they think somebody said Ron instead of John? Or I was like, damn, I should be I'll be Captain Ron. But he asked for Captain Ronald.
You should have been like, you're talking to him.
I blew him out. I
Got scared.
don't like Bobby Dobbs. I'm sorry. I don't
I
like.
would have let that thing run, man. I would have been like, yeah, you're talking to him. What's up?
I was
You
scared.
can always block the number later on. I would have let that run, man.
Maybe there was a little fear that it was somebody actually wanting to charter, and that was going to be a weird ass trip. Because from the way he sounded, me and him were going to be it would have been rough in the boat, let's say.
Would you like some curry chicken?
I'm going to say the smell of curry gags me. So So I mean, if it was, it had to be some sort of scam call, but they at least put a little work in it. I mean, Earl said that was him. Dude, Doc can do Christopher Walken. If you could do Habib, I would love it. You come up on here right now and do that Habib voice. I can tell you if it's you.
Put the link up. Do it,
I've
Earl.
been putting it up.
It's there.
You come up,
John?
Earl, here. Here's your
John?
Habib invitation.
John,
I never
you take me out and catch big bass.
You take me to catch big bass right at Amish
You
Buggy.
take me catch big bass, I smack your ass.
No, the song says, I tell you to kiss my ass. I call Captain Lindy. There, Earl, I caught him up in his lie. I can't do it.
I
can't do it. Yeah, it caught me really off guard with the Captain Ronald, especially. I've been getting these freaking emails from Samantha at Something Creators wanting to help me make my channel bigger.
Oh my God, I get those all the freaking time, dude.
And then
It's
like a minute later,
I looked at your channel and I can help. I looked at the analytics and I can help your channel reach more. It's like,
blow me a kiss as you're leaving.
no, I just send them back, be like, hey, I can help your penis grow 9 times larger with this drug. Would you like to go into that? And then I never hear from them again.
Tell us more about that, Doc. I bet this might be your hell with t-shirts and damn decals. Let's sell some of that.
Dude, I had a guy. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys are anything like me. I cannot stand people who solicit in your neighborhood. Like, I don't want people knocking on my door. This is my house. It's my kingdom. It's my castle. Leave me the frick alone. But dude, the other day, okay, we're out back and I hear the dog inside going ape shit. And then on the phone, I look and somebody's ring our Ring doorbell. So I look at it, and there's an African American gentleman.
That's what anti-linked up there.
So there's an African American gentleman standing at my door ringing the goddamn doorbell. So I'm out back, and I push the thing, and I'm like, "What's up, buddy?" He goes, "Hey, how you guys doing today?" I'm like, "Good. What can I help you with?" He's like, "My name is Tupac, and I'm with so-and-so pest control." And I go, "Hold up, wait."
Did he actually say Tupac? Or are you free?
He said Tupac. And he was trying to sell pest control. And I'm like, did you and Biggie ever work out y'all's differences? Homeboy just walked away. Like, literally turned around and walked away.
No way I wouldn't have went, all eyes on me.
The kid said his name was Tupac. Now,
There's a lot of those in Florida.
Either there's a lot to unpack there when it comes to, like, is he being sincere? Or there's a lot to unpack there. Did his mom actually name him Tupac? Because he was a young kid. His mom could have been 16 and pregnant on MTV. I don't know.
I saw
Okay.
it on the news.
He didn't like the Biggie comment. He just like literally walked away.
Yep.
I asked him. I looked at him and said, "Hey, baby, Tupac's here. Ain't nothing but a gangster party." But anyway, let me tell my Tupac story. Back in North Carolina, I had a white friend. We'll go ahead and say he's white because he was very, very, very racist. Let's go that way. Lived up in the mountains. We went to a party up there the night Tupac got shot. He hadn't even died yet, I don't think. All night, this drunken ass white boy walked around going, "Tupac got shot. Tupac got." I mean, for hours and hours. So now, whenever I hear Tupac, I hear Stumpy going, "Tupac got shot." And yes, they called him Stumpy.
Dude, I remember where I was when Tupac got shot. I mean, like, you know, I know people in the 60s remember where they were when JFK got shot. Like I guess for my generation, it's like, where were you when Tupac got shot?
Hey, man, I can remember exactly how much I didn't give a shit when Tupac got shot.
Yeah, no, and same here. Same here. I mean, I can remember where I was, and I remember how much I didn't give a damn.
I'm
but-
that way with the space shuttle. I remember where I was when the space shuttle blew up.
Oh,
I was-
I remember where I was. I was out on the basketball court at my elementary school watching it happen.
I was in a church parking lot in North Carolina on lunch break from a furniture factory smoking weed.
I was back in the vinyl department making vinyl boxes.
I was 7.
Before then, I was
Challenger?
we already together when that happened, I guess. You were 7?
I was 7. It was 85. Or no, 84. Was it 84? It was
Wait a
84
minute.
or 85.
Still no clue who he was other than a rapper. That's all he was, man.
That's all it was.
He'll ever be.
But dude, I
guess
remember sitting there. I remember I was at the red light at Donald Ross Road and alternate A1A. And we were on our way to a beach party. It was nighttime where you had a keg on the beach, you know, and the radio station we were listening to, I was jamming out. I really liked the song that was on. It was the Toadies, Possum Kingdom. I was jamming, dude. And then all of a sudden they break in, breaking news. Tupac has been shot. I'm like, who gives a shit? This ain't a rap channel. I'm like, put the Toadies back on.
Dog.
But yeah, I remember that because, I mean, I like this song from the Toadies.
He wants to know who is Tupac. He got shot. Let's just say that.
He was shot in the buttocks.
A picture perfect. I painted a perfect picture. All the hoochies in position. Hey, I got pretty far through that more than I did. I know the Snoop
Yeah, you
side.
did. I'm proud of you.
I know the Snoop side way more than I know the Tupac side. A picture perfect. I painted a perfect picture. Something with precision.
That was in Las Vegas, wasn't it? He
How
was
about
shot
the
in Las
Gucci Mane?
Vegas, wasn't he?
Yeah, they were at one of them big gangster party shows.
No, I think it was. After a boxing match.
Oh, that's where he got shot. Was after the boxing match. Yeah,
Right.
Mike
But on
Tyson.
the Las Vegas Strip.
Wasn't it Mike Tyson fight?
Maybe? I think you're right. Biggie was king. East Coast, West Coast.
He likes it when you call him Big Papa.
I don't know. I never got into the, like, I like rap was not, even as a 90s kid, I listened to it because it was always on the radio, but I was always into more like alternative music, like rock and ska music. That was like my thing. I just never was big into rap music when I was a kid.
I'll be honest, and I'm not really sure why, but I kind of got a thing for 90s gangster rap. I know-
No, listen, I'm telling you right now, 90s gangster rap is great. Like Dr. Dre, Snoop, it's great. Like compared to, like, if you listen to rap today, it's just a bunch of, like, it's rappers today look like the desk in detention with all the
Whoa,
shit
whoa.
on their face.
Whoa.
and then they mumble.
What was that, Doc?
I'm sorry, that was worth popping up there for brief to say I thought it was Martin Lawrence.
I said rappers today with all their face tattoos and all that shit look like the desk in detention. Okay? Their face looks like the damn desk in detention when you were in high school. And they mumble. It's just that's
Okay.
rap today. 90s rap so much better. Like on 4th of July when we came in from me almost killing our neighbors, we were watching the Macy's Day thing and they had LL Cool J and the Roots. And those guys were rapping and there were instruments and a drum set and like they were actually saying things you could understand. That's rap. That's hip hop. Like what these kids listen to today is just like it's the detention desk mumbling. That's what rap is today.
What does LL Cool J stand for?
Sure.
Ladies love Cool James.
Oh, that's right. I should have got that.
I'll be honest, this Post Malone crap now, I don't get it. He ain't nothing but a tweaked out heroin dude. The white boy.
What's
Post
Malone?
The white boy got all the shit on his face.
The guy where I see like all the memes. Like,
that's cool, man. That's really cool.
Yeah, and the
that guy, yeah.
He's a freaking heroin addict, and he's all same with them MGK. I don't get it, man. I don't get it
either. Like I said, these guys look like the desk in detention. Looks like it was all written all over, and now we just mumble.
And then you got the country guys now, like the Jelly Rolls and all. I don't get none of that either.
Dude, country. Okay, I might piss off some people here.
Here we go.
And I'm fine doing it. Morgan Wallen.
Another YouTube. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there are only two genders, so that's all I'm saying. Morgan Wallen is not country. There I said it. Kiss my butt. He's not country. When I hear a country song on a pop music radio station as I'm driving down and my kids are in the car, I put on 95.5, and then I hear Morgan Wallen, that ain't country. Sorry, not country.
I
not
agree.
country music.
Crappy. My daddy hated Ozzy.
Maybe we're just getting old. I don't know.
What's up, Teddy?
What up, Ted?
I hope the kids that are smart and are on the right path outnumber the ones that aren't, because they're really going down a bad path.
Lindy, I teach public school. Okay, I'm
Go
here.
rolling down hills.
I'm here to tell you right now. It's very scary. It's very scary on how close that ratio is.
Oh, Theo,
very scary on how it's getting that close. It's very scary.
Yeah. What name are you talking about?
I don't know.
Does that not include that?
Yes,
Okay.
but I wasn't over talking to you. Oh hell, we got a special guest, Theo and some other dude.
Hey, Theo.
What's up, Theo? What'd you catch?
What's up, Theo? What's up, Ted?
What's up? He got a Shane Flint fish. So.
What'd you catch? Tell him.
I caught a 17-inch fish, and I caught a 15-inch fish.
Sweet.
Very good.
You on the board.
Board.
I'd pocket them till it's
Nice.
time.
Yep, hold on to them till it's time to turn them in. You may get.
Upgrade.
We didn't turn that one in. We didn't turn them in. We're just gonna keep them in the pocket. Oh, there's another guy over there. See him?
Oh, there's my boy Ace.
There's Ace.
Beautiful sunset. We're just ending the evening here, and then
Oh, it looks like it, yeah.
getting up tomorrow morning to get at it again.
How come it's sunsetting in Pennsylvania?
I know it. That trips me out on the lives that there's suns. It's dark here, and Ted still has sunset.
Yeah.
We're on the East Coast too.
But look how it sits. Ted's up in here, and then
Yep.
it's way down here.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. That's that damn Pennsylvania sun.
Yep. Come
So
on.
you going back at it tomorrow, Ted?
What's that? Yeah, we're going back at it early in the morning.
I think we're gonna go like Sunday or Monday. I think we're
Okay.
going with Doc Thursday. Hopefully, that's what we're working on.
Yeah, I'm hoping Thursday the three of us can get together.
Did y'all
Yeah.
see?
Oh look, see, Anyfin said it's dark there too. He's sorry. He said, "Where are you at?"
Secret spot.
Did y'all see? Shane?
It's a secret spot where the sun's still up.
Yes. We have
I
the
saw Shane's big ass fish. You see how that 8 and that 9 he caught?
yeah, and them hair jigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go out in the morning, and then Sunday we're gonna maybe go out early in the morning because we rent our place out to these couple that we've been renting for years with. So we're leaving to go home Sunday, and we're renting it out for the week to them.
That's cool. Help pay the taxes.
Oh yeah.
Do
So
Freaking taxes suck.
yep. But all right, I'm gonna jump off here because I want to fish too.
it.
Congrats, Theo.
Go
right.
in, Ted.
Yes,
Awesome,
we are.
Theo.
Good luck, Theo. Good luck.
And
Ace.
hope Ace catches some back there in the back of the boat too.
Right there.
He's definitely cooler looking doing it.
All right, we'll see you guys. Have a good
All
night.
right, later, Ted.
All right, Ted. Later, buddy.
Ace is the place.
Can't believe the sun's still up.
I know
Like-
that's weird. It's so weird to me that it's 9:27 and Ted's still got some sunset.
Maybe Ted knows how to time travel and we don't know about it.
Maybe Ted is a time traveler. You got to admit that man bun he had did kind of look like something from the future.
Because it's dark here and I know it gets darker up north before it does here. I think Ted knows how to time travel.
Because there ain't nothing in the way of us in the sunset but the freaking Gulf of Mexico.
Are you in Wyoming, Steve, or on the coast?
Yeah, they're out west, so it's going to be the farther that way. You know, they got.
Oh, no, they're good out there.
Only thing I'm thinking, Doc, is Florida sits. It's hard to do it in the camera. We cock out this way where Pennsylvania is back.
You said cock.
You said cock. Steve's at the
On
coast.
Okay, cool.
Doc, do you watch? I know I said it. Do you watch that? How I Met Your Mother. Do you know what I speak of?
Oh, the show? No, I've never watched it.
It's got the gay dude on there that I
No,
didn't
no. I
was
mean,
gay.
I know the show, but I've never watched an episode. Much like I've never watched an episode of Friends, and people are like, "You've never watched Friends?"
No,
I'm like,
you're not, Anyfin. We're closer to the equator, so we're actually closer to the sun. The Earth gets bigger in the middle.
Yeah,
Anyway.
no, we are the sun at this point.
We are the world. But anyway, they run a commercial all the time for that show I'm talking about on one of the rerun channels. But I guess one of their shticks is if somebody says, "I got to make a private appearance," they'll all go, "Private appearance." Or if somebody says, "That was a little general," and they'll be like, or no, generally speaking, they'll go, "General speaking." Anytime they say something with like private, general, sergeant, or what was some of the other ones? I don't know, but it's just hilarious. I was like, I got to remember to do that. What's wrong, Earl? The world
What's
is
wrong?
round. It's fatter in the middle, just like me. So the farther south you go, you're going closer to the equator, which should be closer to the sun.
Why does it say wrong face green smiling?
Because on the phone, it's got like a monster face. Oh. I know it confuses me sometimes. I'm like, the hell you mean face green smiling?
My phone died, by the way. It's dead.
You go outside and stand in the sun for 2 hours there at your house, Anyfin. You come to my house and walk outside and stand 2 hours in the sun and tell me who's closer.
Until the Earth makes a summer from the north. That makes sense. What did he say?
Who?
Coastal, don't. They're both dumb. Then dumb. And people that watch them vote.
Here we go. The tilt of the earth makes the summer sun further south. Wintertime sun's further north.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense because the only frame of reference I have is when I'm watching football, and that's like in the winter months where it's, like 4 o'clock here, and I'm watching a game like up in New York or Pennsylvania, and it's dark, and I'm like, what's going on? So that makes sense.
That's angle of the sun. I still think as you go towards the equator, the Earth is rounder, so you're actually getting closer to the sun.
Hey, listen, I'm on vacation. I don't want to have to make my head hurt with science and
We
things.
can go get the globe.
I don't. Okay, hold on.
Pee-wee, let me be the baby. And see, people that don't get it on Pee-wee's Playhouse, that was something Globey said. Pee-wee, let me be the baby. Well, it's 67 degrees here right now, and it is. And we just had a thunderstorm in the west.
Okay, I have the globe. What do you want me to do with it?
Hang on, it's 77 degrees here. So we're 10 degrees warmer because we're closer to the sun.
Okay.
I have the globe. What do you want me to do with it?
Does it have the tilt function?
Who's the sun? Yeah, it does lean it. You have to lean it. Now, who's the sun? There you go. Here we go. Tell us there, Dr. Science.
I don't know. You told me to go get the globe.
I don't know what it's going to tell us. I agree with anything. See if you can slam dunk it, Doc.
Okay, I'm gonna go put the globe back before I get
Do
yelled
they
at.
still have globes in classrooms?
Not mine. No, we're not allowed to have anything in classrooms anymore, except for. I mean, it's okay to have a LGBTQ flag. A BLM
I'm pretty good at
flag,
spelling, Mark
but
J.
I can't have a Blue Lives Matter flag in my classroom.
You can't have a Bible because it promotes violence.
Oh man, I gotta agree with that
Like,
priest that
if I
did that.
were to put a flag with a blue stripe going down the middle in my classroom, I'd probably be yelled at. But yet I walk into a ton of classrooms around my campus and there's gay pride flags, there's LGBTQ flags. I've even seen people put BLM flags in there.
Hanging in the classroom.
They're not being reprimanded, but
Whoa, 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 whoa,
in
whoa,
my
whoa,
classroom.
Whoa.
What?
Well,
Are you telling me they allow hanging LBGT whatever flags in your classroom?
where's my finger?
There are multiple teachers that have them in their classrooms.
So can you
Wrong.
put up like a Pooh Nanny flag? Like I like Pooh Nanny?
I guess. The only flag hanging in my classroom is the American flag. And I don't hang anything else because I'm not getting involved in that because you know what? It is not my responsibility nor my job to push any kind of view on my students. Sorry. I have an American flag that was given to me by the school district of Palm Beach County, and that is what's hanging in my classroom.
What's up,
That's it.
Jeremy Albritton?
And I don't hang anything else. Now, I know there are some other teachers that have other flags hanging in their classroom.
That ain't right.
It's not. It's not. It's 100% not. Because if my kids are in a classroom and they want to know what that flag means and they don't know because I have not taught them, I do not want that teacher explaining to them what that flag means because it is my responsibility as a parent to explain to them what that flag means. Okay?
Explain it to me, Doc. What does that flag mean?
The American flag, it means America.
No, the damn rainbow flag. I thought it meant Skittles are sold here, but I was wrong.
Crystal agrees with Doc.
No, it's just I'm as a teacher, okay? As a teacher, I am hired to teach a specific thing, okay? My specific thing is to teach kids television and film production. That is it. That's it. It's not my I will not teach them and I will not put anything up in my classroom that has anything to do with anything else. The only flag hanging in my classroom is an American flag. That is it. That's it. But I know there are some other teachers around the district and around this country that put other flags in their classroom, and they think they have the right to. You do not. You do not. It is not your It is not your right, your responsibility to put those things in your classroom because it is that child's parent's responsibility.
That's the big deal here. The parents are trying to say what is allowed in the classrooms or not allowed in the classrooms, just like those woke books.
Oh,
you don't have a Florida flag, you anti-Floridian.
No. I actually do anti. I bought one. I'm gonna hang the Florida flag in my classroom this year.
Man, I love the Florida flag. It almost looks like it ought to make somebody mad when they look at it.
Welcome, Jeremy.
What's up, pork chop?
You got any surf pointers for you? Okay. My first one is get that sex wax stuff. I don't know if it works, but it's fun to buy. I would wear a wetsuit. Well, you probably don't need a wetsuit this time of year, but I would hang a lot of 10, maybe hang a 5 to start with. Ride the pipe, dude. Oh, fishing. I just saw surf pointers. Sorry.
It
I don't know a
depends.
lot about surf fishing.
Pork chop, it depends on what you're targeting. If you're going are you down in the Keys surf fishing? Probably not going to get a whole hell of a lot. Your best bet is to kind of like backwater style stuff. Like if you can find some like offshoot like little canals where the mangroves are and stuff, and throw some shrimp, or if you're going to throw anything, maybe throw like a little paddle tail or even like a soft plastic jerk bait on a white or red jig head, probably about a 1/4 ounce, maybe an 1/8 ounce, around the mangroves, snook, maybe some baby tarpon, some jacks. Yeah, and just like Jason said, hit the canals for the mangroves. Shrimp, I mean, hit any bait shop down there, go get live or frozen shrimp and put it on there. Surf fishing in the Keys.
What we've learned here, Doc, it seems like that the water is so clear and the beaches are so clean. It's like there's not a lot of fish.
No, and they're so busy, and you're not going to get much from all those busy beaches. Any of the bridges down in the Keys, I mean, my gosh, just grab
the bridge.
You know,
Well,
yeah.
We were at the lake.
Grab a weight, grab a hook, put some shrimp on it, drop it down to the bottom, mangrove snapper. Hell, you might even snag a mutton snapper, maybe some grouper.
Okay, that's funny that Chop would get a mutton because I like mutton chops.
You ever had mutton snapper? You ever eaten that?
No, I'm talking about the sideburns. Big mutton.
Oh no, I get it. But you ever had mutton snapper? It's
I don't think.
phenomenal.
Red snapper. Yeah. But when we went fishing, when we went down to Lake Worth Pier, nobody was catching nothing at the end. They're catching those little pinfish, using them for bait.
There you go.
Catching anything.
August, the beaches around Port St. Lucie, Papaneau Sand Fleas.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jason. I guess you're local. Welcome.
Yeah. We want to go.
Welcome in, dude.
north
The
red fishing.
Yeah, we're going soon as we can do something with Mama. I'm going back to North Carolina to go red fishing. That's the only thing we miss.
just remember if you do hit the Pompano, I believe it's correct me if I'm wrong, Jason. I believe it's six per person per day, and they got to be 12. I believe it's 12 inches long, 10 or 12 inches long on the Pompano, but only 6 per day per person.
Your Florida regulations book tells you everything, and they're free.
You can always go to fwc.com. And,
All right, Steve.
Exactly.
Steve's asking same thing for January and February. I would say, Steve, give us a call. We'll go crappie fishing.
Yeah. Pick me up on your way out, and I'll show you once we get down there.
Oh, looky here.
80 feet, 39 snapper. Nice. Yeah, 11. I was close. I was in between, Jason. I was in between.
Wow.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Dude, pompano is great. You ever had pompano? That is some of the whitest, just tastiest fish you'll ever have. It's delicious.
Yeah, at the Manatee Bar and Grill. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Keys are ready for pork chop. That's the question.
Have you ever been to the Keys? Yeah, I believe the Keys are ready for pork chop.
Yeah, we have.
If you do, I'll join you. Don't you remember the one story of the Keys when Batty wanted a shot glass and I said, we'll just do a turn and burn and run down there?
Yep.
And it was the day before New Year's Eve, and I didn't think much about it, son. About the second key, we were so much of the traffic. Wasn't no turning back then.
Big mistake.
Then we got there, and there was nowhere to park my truck in Key West. I mean, literally, we rode around and around and around. I finally had to let him out up on the strip, to get him a shot glass. He jumped back in.
John drove the truck and the boat.
Oh, I took it when we dropped Tammy's ashes off down there off the bridge. Somehow we ended up on Duval Street, and I had the truck, the boat.
Yeah.
It wasn't a pretty picture, but we did it. Wait a minute, I saw something I was going to put up there.
What?
There you go. They ain't ready for all that. That's right there, Jeremy.
Yeah. Be careful.
Somebody will be ready for it.
Just be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Somebody gonna be ready.
Be careful.
Remain big and ready.
But you got to be a pompous ass to eat them, Anti. That's what you're leading up to.
Yep, I think he is.
I love sitting at a bar on the beach and watching. Yeah, I watch sunset anywhere, Steve. They're pretty nice. Them Okeechobee sunsets are pretty freaking sweet too.
Dude, down in the Keys, you go down to Mallory Square and watch the sunset there where they got all the street performers and everything. That's a fun time. That's really cool. I mean, it is. It's really neat down there if you can deal with all the stuff. Like,
dude, before Jamie got the casino job, she does the flaming hula hoops.
Yeah.
Used to. I tried to get her to go to Key West. I said, you got in there and make a killing, baby.
They have so many, like she could. There's so many of them down there. And I mean, Mallory Square, you just go down there and do your thing. And people just, I mean.
Hey, Backwoods Barbarian.
Welcome, Nova Scotian, I think is where you're
What's up, B&B?
Somewhere up around the Nova Scotian area.
Are you wearing
Yeah, the last time we were down in the Keys,
I know your story where you went on top of the damn nudie bar or the naked damn restaurant or whatever, and it was all old people.
that wasn't the last time. The last time we were down there, we were in Key Largo. This was when we, that story was before we had the girls. But we went down there with the girls when we, we stayed in Key Largo and we drove to Robbie's, which is a great spot. If you're ever going down there, hit Robbie's in Islamorada. Or just south of Islamorada, where you get to feed the tarpon. That place is awesome. But we went down to Key West, and it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm older now. I have no desire to go down to Key West anymore.
When traffic overruns everything,
Yeah,
it's everything else, you're getting old, Doc. That's what it's called.
It's not fun. Like, I don't know. The girls have been down to the Keys and they've seen Mallory Square and it's just like, it's not even worth going all the way down there for that and having to deal with the traffic. It's just rather staying like Marathon and that kind of area, Duck Key, Cudjoe, just kind of around that area and just like really appreciate the Keys. Key West is tourist. I mean, that's all it is. I'd like to go
down if I had a couple of days there, wasn't trying to drive out of there or nothing, could walk around. It'd be fun for a day or so, walk around and catch a buzz, then you just go back to a room, pass out and leave. Ice cream, Lieutenant Curtis.
Ice cream, Lieutenant Giant. I don't blame you, Steve. I'm now that I'm older, I'm not a fan. I've got many stories of being down in Key West with my buddies during Fantasy Fest when my buddies used to have a commercial diving license or a commercial fishing license. We used to go down in October, and we used to sit there and just dive for lobster and get trash cans, big trash cans full of lobster for like all day. And we would like load up 3 trash cans full of lobster, go sell them, keep some for ourselves, eat lobster all night, and then go down to Fantasy Fest. And that was when it was like, this was back in the 90s. And remember Daisy Fuentes from MTV?
MTV, Daisy Fuentes.
Yeah, remember her?
Yeah.
We the last year that we went down there for Fantasy Fest, she was the grand marshal of the Fantasy Fest parade. And dude, she looks just as good in person as she did on camera. She freaking gorgeous. And like, that was awesome. The parade was great. And you still had all the, the gay folk and the LGBT. You still had all that, but it was just a fun time. And it was actually put on by the Florida Lottery at that time. The Florida Lottery sponsored Fantasy Fest.
Yeah.
And it was just a wild time, dude. It was like Mardi Gras, but in the Keys. And we used to stay down there for a week when I was like in my 20s. It was a fun time. I would never go back now. Never go back.
The friends you hear us talk about that passed away, Rambo and Tammy, that were the redfish guides in North Carolina.
Where you spread the ashes down there in the Keys?
Right, both of them. Her, then a year later, him. But her parents had a place in Key West.
Okay.
And Rambo was, for years, trying to get them to let him go down there and go have the place for a week. They never would do it. Out of the blue, they said, all right, it's empty this week. You can have it. Now, the boy's nickname is Rambo, so you can kind of figure out what he was like. Rambo and Tammy loaded up for their week in the Keys. They drive down there, and as he's going into town, there's big signs about Gay Pride Fest, Gay Week. Said he called her daddy and said, you SOB, you got me on this one. So they're already there, so they go in, and he said the place they stayed at had a couple bicycles. Now, these aren't bicycle riding people. He said they had a couple bikes, so they got up at like daylight one morning. Said, let's go for a bike ride. Said it's quiet. He said,
all right, pork chop.
Said you talk about quiet. Key West at sunrise. There ain't nobody there.
No.
If they are, they're still up from the night before. But anyway, he said they're on these bicycles riding, and Rambo's like, I need a beer. Said, I wonder if we can find a beer here somewhere at daylight. And they're riding along. He said, off in the distance, you can hear. He's like, follow that sound. We will find a beer. He said they ride down this road. It's getting closer. As they get closer, just they get down there and turn. It's one of those big, tall, like 2-story room houses, where they got all the different rooms.
Oh,
the balconies, one of them. He said he ain't never seen so barely dressed men hanging off of every balcony. They're all just dancing, just He said they sat there, so I looked right at him. I was like, oh, what'd you do, brother? He said, I walked up there and said, where can I get a beer at? So they sat down there for drank 2 beer. He said, you talk about it. He said, it was a spectacle.
We were down there, and there's a bar that's down there called the Schooner Wharf Bar. And now it's become a little bit more of a tourist attraction. But when we would go down there, like, back in the 90s and the early 2000s, the Schooner Wharf Bar was still a locals bar. And it was on the wharf, tucked away from everything else. And we had gone down there for my wife's 21st birthday. So it was me and my wife, her parents, and my parents. We were all down in the Keys. And her sister went with us too, so my sister-in-law. And we had gone down there, and we had gone out to dinner. And then I told him, I said, "We're going over to the Schooner Wharf Bar, and we're gonna have some drinks." So we go over there, and it's a locals bar, like, So we're sitting there, we're having some drinks, we're having a good time, and there's this guy, and he's at the bar, and we're kind of sitting off on the dock, at a table, just having our drinks and everything. And there's this guy, and he's rubbing on the back of this girl with a red dress on. He's rubbing her back, and he's buying her drinks, and we're watching him. And my dad, when we got there, my dad goes, "It's a fucking man." And I'll forget. My father-in-law goes, "Where?" He goes, "Right there." He goes,
I could see them doing that shit.
he goes, "The one in the red dress?" And he's like, "It's a fucking guy." And so the entire night now, okay, the entire night has become not us like celebrating my wife's birthday, but watching Homeboy with what my father has now dubbed as a guy in a red
Girl or
dress.
not, that's a guy now, yeah.
Okay, so we're like, okay, and we're literally watching this for John Lindy. I shit you not, for like an hour and a half, and I mean they are pumping drinks into each other. This guy, I'd say this guy's probably in his late 60s, and old girl in the red dress is straight up probably in her late 20s, and he's like rubbing on her back, and like we never got a really good look at the gal in the red dress from where they were until they got up after about an hour and a half.
And his nuts fell out.
Dude, when Homeboy stood up, there was a bulge, and I mean, like Adam's apple as far as the eye could see. And my dad, John, if I didn't piss myself, I'll kiss your ass. He goes, "Told you I was a fucking guy."
That's where you get it from, is your old man, I see. And Steve, I don't know any offhand, but there's plenty to choose from.
I'll work on that for you.
Lindy will look some up.
Yeah.
And then later on, and to top it all up, we're not done. Later on that night, we're walking back from the Schooner Wharf Bar. We're walking back up to Duval Street, and we see this. And I don't know what it is about old dudes down there, but there's this old guy, and he's got this young prostitute, and we're just going to call it what it is. It's a prostitute. On the side of this building near Sloppy Joe's, and I don't know what they were doing before we got there, but this guy is washing off his dentures in this spigot on the side of Sloppy Joe's.
Oh.
And she's like, "Hurry up, they're coming. Hurry up, they're coming." I'm like, I freaking love it down here.
Oh, dear.
You know, I ran lawn care for like 25 years back in North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
I'm cleaning up a damn gas station parking lot, you know, mowed the grass, blowing. And there was I can word this kind of nicely, a woman's lower half cleaning product, the bottle
Okay.
and all. Dude, lay it in the parking lot. And I'm like,
Okay.
what do you do? Like hang a leg out of the car? I mean, how does that go down? You know, rolled up like a deuce, another runner in the night, you know. Lay it out there in the freaking parking lot. I'm like, how the hell does this scenario come about? You know, I mean,
You wonder, and that's exactly what we wondered when we were walking up
Yeah.
on Homeboy washing his dentures out on the side of the house, and she's like, "Hurry up, they're coming." And I'm like,
yeah, the scenario. You want to know the scenario.
I want to know more.
Making t-shirt for Costa. Told you I'm a fucking man. I like that it looks like a Where's Waldo shirt. That's even funnier.
I wish like cell phone cameras were like a thing back then, because like the minute they stood up and this guy turned around in this red dress, there was no hiding it. No, it was there. Like, no, it was out and out. It was just, everything was out.
Well, you know, that's Key West is where we were sitting there eating, and I looked across the street where they sell t-shirts, and all those shirts said, "I'm not gay, but $20 is $20." And the guy's ashes we were dumping would have been the guy that went and bought one of those shirts, and he'd have wore that damn thing all the time.
Now, but listen, I mean, with all the with all the crap we're talking about, it is fun down there.
is,
It's a different once you get down there, it's a different vibe. It's just a different
It's
vibe.
fun.
You like immediately relax. Like seriously, like the minute you get down there, you immediately just kind of like, yeah, and you like just kind of chill out. It's yeah.
The drive down across the bridges are cool as hell. I thought that's my favorite part.
Oh yeah, the drive down there is amazing. Like you get to like go over all those bridges and you see like on both sides, whether it's the Gulf or the Atlantic, it's just crystal clear water. It's cool. I mean, it's just
That new bridge to Flagler Island, and now it's like a resort.
Man, the thing that flips me out is when you look over at the old bridge, and if you've looked back in history when that was a train track, they were driving those Model Ts up on top.
On top, yep.
Like a platform above the train tracks was how they were driving across that.
And then when they made that movie True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis, as you're driving down on the 7 Mile Bridge, you can see the area on the old bridge over to your right where they blew it up for the movie. That's always really cool.
And Mark J, we're just talking about the one side of it. There's just as many half-naked women running around as well too.
Oh my God, yes.
They're just not as funny. They're just not as funny.
Dude, Fantasy Fest, when we would go down there, I can't tell you how many women, and gorgeous women, were walking around with literally beads. And that's it. That's all they had on were beads. Just beads.
And felt overdressed. That's all Doc had on was beads and flip-flops.
We went down there. One year we were down there and we watched.
That quick, Mark. Okay, I'm in.
Dude, one year we were down there. We watched Rum Runners Catch on Fire. It was a popular bar. It's no longer there, but there was a popular bar down there called Rum Runners. We watched it catch on fire.
Oh wow!
Like
that wasn't the one on the island you can see from the bridge, is it?
No, it's on Duval Street. It's on Duval Street.
Oh, what's that one that sits on the? I can picture going on the bridge and it's sitting right over there.
Big
joint.
Shit. Damn it, Jen would know exactly what it is. It's we stopped there when the last time we were down there. It's right it's right there on the left. It's right there on the left as you're getting down into the Keys. It's right there on the left. Oh shoot.
Just go to Duval Street, Steve. If anything's going on, that'll be the hub. He want to know where the naked women are.
Go down there in October on Duval Street. There's plenty of them, but you also got to deal with also naked they, thems, and he, she's, and all that. But there's
Women
plenty of naked hers.
Did you see where they're going to make it a racial slur to not call someone by their pronoun?
Well,
they're trying to pass that shit in California. Now look, here in our state where we have common sense, me as a teacher, I don't have to refer to any kid in my classroom as he, her, they, them, or whatever. It's actually against the law that I do. So I just call listen, it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. I call all my kids kiddo. I mean, it's just something that I've always done. What's up, kiddo? What do you need, kiddo? That's how I refer to my students.
Ron says we're not doing that here.
And Anti, I haven't seen you, but I'm sure you look like you don't.
Speaking of which, if anybody lives in the Fort Myers area, or anybody watching that lives in the Fort Myers area, one of my students, one of my alums, is now the morning weather anchor for WINK in Fort Myers.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
W-Wink? Is there a Wink?
Yeah, WINK. Yeah, Wink in Fort Myers.
Congratulations. That's got to make you feel proud.
Wink.
Oh, yeah. She's awesome. This kid, she knew from middle school that she wanted to be a weather anchor. And when she came into the program, the kid just wanted to do. it was awesome. And she worked so hard and and she actually had to she went to college, but then had to kind of come back and stay at home and do college kind of online. And she studied meteorology. She worked with Channel 5, WPTV Channel 5 that's down here. She worked with them as a production assistant and everything like that. And then finally, WINK out of Fort Myers reached out to her and said, we want you as one of our morning weather anchors. And they gave her a salary. And she, as a 24-year-old kid, branching out on her own, kind of took the opportunity and went, and she's doing great. She's been sending me videos of her on air, and she's killing it. It's awesome.
Very cool. Well, Doc, it's 10 o'clock. We
It
made
is.
through
Holy
2 more
crap.
hours.
That went quick, man.
Yeah.
Well, you got wound up there, man. It goes by when you get wound up.
It's so good to see everybody in here tonight.
Yes, much appreciated. There at
Yes.
first, I saw we had like 25 people there for a little bit. That was good.
So good to see y'all all.
That's right, Rob. His prime minister is our president's not liberal. He's just confused.
I don't think our president knows he's the president.
It's not 9 p.m. We're on Florida time.
It's
Good
10
job.
p.m.
It's actually 5 o'clock, man.
Oh, Shane.
Shane, come back, Shane. Good night, Crystal.
Good night, Crystal. Thanks again for the shirt, Crystal.
Crystal, the shirts look great. And John, if you got Crystal's info and everything, send it to me, or I can send you I'll send you like the Illustrator files and all the stuff, and if
We'll get together.
that way we can get it to Crystal.
We got that, yo.
Cool.
All right, John Long. Appreciate you dropping in, buddy. Everybody, what do you say, Lindia?
Captain Lindy.
Captain
says
Lindia.
Fishing is fun, y'all.
Fishing is fun. Later, Doc.
All right, guys,
Thanks, guys.
have a great week. John, Lindia, I will hit you guys up. We're gonna work out Thursday. I want to go
Thursday be great. Whatever day, Doc.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, later, folks.
All right, guys. Good night.